Hello students, in this video lecture we are going to learn about human digestive system. Like a cloth and shelter, food is the basic need of human being. We eat different types of food. We eat rice, we eat roti, we eat paneer, we eat fruits, we eat vegetables. So all these different types of food we eat in our day-to-day life. Now what actually that food contain or what is the constituent of food? Food contain carbohydrates, proteins, lipids or fats, vitamins and minerals. Here is a list of some carbohydrate rich food. Sweet potato, wheat, bread, rice, oatmeal, banana, apple, brown rice, starchy vegetables. So this list shows the food which contain high amount of carbohydrate. Then this list shows protein rich food which contain meat, fish, chicken, eggs, legumes, cheese, yogurt, milk, nuts. So all these food are protein rich food. This is a list of fat rich food which includes ghee, butter, oil, oilseeds, olive, fatty fish. So all these food contain high amount of fat or lipid. Now what happens with that food when we eat? So when we eat the food, it gets digested and it provides energy as well as organic molecules for growth and repair of the body. Why there is a need of digestion? See, we know that food contains carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and all these carbohydrate, protein and lipids are the complex biomolecules. Complex biomolecules means these molecules are made up of many small units. Many small units comes together or joins together and forms a complex molecule. So these complex molecules are not directly absorbed into the body. So these molecules must be converted into simple form. Now what is a simple form? See, for example, carbohydrate is a complex biomolecule and its simple form is glucose. Protein is a complex biomolecule. Its simple form is amino acid. Lipid is a complex biomolecule. Its simple form is fatty acid and glycerol. Fatty acid and glycerol. So these complex molecules must be converted into simple form, and this happens in the process of digestion. So we can define the digestion. Digestion, it is the process of conversion of complex, non-diffusible and non-absorbable food into simple, diffusible and absorbable form. So the food which we eat contain complex biomolecules and that not directly absorbed in the body. So to make it absorbable or to make it diffusible, there is a need of digestion, and digestion takes place in digestive system. So we can define the process of digestion in this way, that it is a process of conversion of complex, non-diffusible, non-absorbable food into simple, diffusible and absorbable form. It's called digestion. So digestion takes place in digestive system. Digestive system contains alimentary canal and associated digestive glands. Alimentary canal is a tubular structure of various diameter and it contains mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. And digestive gland includes salivary gland, pancreas, liver. So this is just names of parts which are present in digestive system. Now see in detail the human digestive system. This figure shows human digestive system which starts from mouth. Mouth is a first opening of alimentary canal. Mouth leads into a cavity called buccal cavity. Here is a buccal cavity which contains teeth and tongue. Now this buccal cavity then opens into a pharynx. Pharynx is a common opening for respiratory system as well as digestive system. Then pharynx leads into esophagus. Then esophagus further joins to the stomach. This is the stomach. Then stomach elongates into a small intestine. The region here is called small intestine. Then small intestine extends into large intestine. This portion is of large intestine. Large intestine then ends into anus, which is the last opening of alimentary canal through which fecal matter is given outside. Now there are associated digestive glands. First is a salivary gland which is present in buccal cavity. Second is a liver, and third gland is pancreas which is present in between the loop of duodenum. So see in detail digestive system. See mouth. Mouth is a first opening which is guarded by lips. Mouth is a opening which is guarded by lip, upper lip and lower lip, which leads into a cavity called buccal cavity. Buccal cavity contains tongue, teeth and salivary glands. So this figure shows the buccal cavity which shows tongue. This is a tongue. Then teeth as well as some parts which are shown in buccal cavity. See, this is a ulva, hard palate, soft palate, buccal mucosa. These are the gums and upper lip, lower lip. So this is the overall structure of buccal cavity. Buccal cavity mainly consists tongue, teeth and salivary glands which are essential for process of digestion. You see tongue, it is apex base part. It shows the region of taste. Apex region shows sweet taste, middle part shows salty taste. They sour and bitter. We can taste the different taste due to the taste buds which are present on tongue. Taste receptors mostly present on tongue which gives different taste, sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and sensation of that food is also given by tongue. Then teeth. This diagram shows the teeth, lower jaw and upper jaw, and there is a different types of teeth: incisor, canines, premolars, molars. And if we characterize the human teeth, they are of three types or it has three characteristics, such as a thecodont, means teeth are buried in jaw. So this is the teeth which are buried in a jaw bone or sockets of jawbone. So that is called thecodont. Then heterodont. Heterodont means different types of teeth present. These are the incisors, canines, premolars, molars. So 4 types of teeth present. Hence it is called as heterodont type of dentition. and it is also called as diphyodont. Diphyodont means two sets of teeth present in the human life. Two sets of teeth present in human life means first set is of milk teeth, another set is permanent teeth. Milk teeth disappears or given off after some age and new teeth grows in a jaws. So this is three characteristic of teeth: thecodont, diphyodont and heterodont. Now function of teeth is grinding or mastication of food. With the help of teeth, food get converted into small particles and tongue pushes that food into the pharynx. Pharynx is the meeting point, or it is a common passage for digestive and respiratory system. The opening of respiratory system is called glottis, and this opening is guarded by epiglottis, a flap-like structure which guards the opening of respiratory system called epiglottis, which prevents the entry of food into the respiratory tract. Then pharynx leads into esophagus. Esophagus is a tube-like structure which passes from neck region to thoracic region and further binds or joins to the stomach. Then next to esophagus there is a stomach. Stomach is a J-shaped bag-like structure which again divided into three parts or three regions: fundus region, cardiac region and pyloric region. See, this esophagus joins to the J-shaped bag called stomach, which has fundus region which is towards the esophagus, cardiac region which is a middle region and pyloric region which is towards the duodenum. Now in the stomach the peristalsis movement takes place. Different acids adds into the food and digestion of food takes place. Detailed mechanism of digestion we'll see next. Now small intestine. Stomach then extends into a small intestine. The small intestine again divided into duodenum, jejunum and ileum. So duodenum is a U-shaped loop just behind the stomach and in which a pancreas, associated salivary gland, associated digestive gland is present in the duodenum, in the loop of duodenum. This duodenum then further extends into jejunum and then ileum, where where digestion takes place with the help of different enzymes. Now, this ileum then further joins to the cecum. This region is cecum. Actually, this region is cecum region, from which a rudimentary part called appendix arises. It is a rudimentary organ. It is called appendix. Then this region is called ascending colon. This region is called transverse colon and this region is called descending colon. This descending colon then joins further extends into a rectum and rectum then opens or elongates into anus, which is the last opening of alimentary canal through which fecal matter is given outside the body. So this is about the introduction of digestive system. How actually digestion takes place we will see in next video. So in this video we have learned about the digestive system or its parts: alimentary canal and associated digestive glands. Alimentary canal contain mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. Small intestine is again divided into duodenum, jejunum, ileum. Large intestine divided into cecum, colon, rectum. And associated digestive glands, which include salivary gland, pancreas, and liver. Salivary glands are present in buccal cavity, pancreas present in just in the loop of duodenum, and liver present just above the stomach. So the different functions of digestive gland as well as different functions and working of digestive system we will see in next video. Thank you.